It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Great game in store for y'all.
And it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last two seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
They'll go again with Correndo. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to open up with a throw. He's got his tight end downfield. It's right. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Quick slant, caught by St. Brown. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And the Lions are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after one in this NFC title game rematch, 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The 49ers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Purdy gonna give this to Garendo. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. One more time, it's Garendo. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. So Kittle comes in motion. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The 49ers out for the punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Third and long. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. 49ers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Alert! Alert!
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Isaac Gervendo, the ball carrier. Brian Branch on the tackle. A gain of 7.
So we are at halftime in the NFC Championship game rematch with the Lions once again on top. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. To return, it's Khalil Dorsey. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Second down and 8. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Goff.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. So Kittle comes in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
49ers nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Lions.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. One more time for Montgomery. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. And he will power his way into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, kind of a head scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's gonna happen, but they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Pass brought in by Samuel. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.